Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Mother, Baby and Us.
Today we are joined by a special guest talking about all things destination photography and planning trips abroad from the UK. Mother, Baby and Us.
Okay, so the guest that we have today is the lovely Gareth from Gareth Rees Photography. We will pop his handle underneath for you to check out his work. But I'm going to let Gareth introduce himself. Tell us a bit about what you do.
So I'm Gareth. I'm a travel, wedding and landscape photographer and a videographer, so I'm moving into that as well. So
Lovely.
Getting about.
I do get about it, yeah.
I have been loving your videos at the moment.
I do, yeah.
Every time you upload them, I'm like, oh, look at that.
I'm
Beautiful.
making Mountain Ash look good, I think.
You are, yeah.
Absolutely.
Took a risk the other day flying my drone over Perth, Kellen, but it was worth it for the cloud inversion. So
Gareth is here with us today to talk about just like planning, how to plan a destination shoot from the UK, you know, because like we do that as part of our destination maternity sessions, but you do things slightly differently, don't you? Because you go in and you travel in these areas as well as taking the...
Well, yeah, I'm taking photos of landscapes, I suppose. So look, if a landmark's not taking a model with me, unfortunately. My girlfriend's my model, so, and my dog.
What is your favourite thing about planning a session abroad, like planning the whole trip and everything? What is your favourite bit?
Probably looking at Instagram, looking at like big photographers that have already been there, and then I sort of like think, okay, I can kind of copy, but kind of get my own version, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of
Inspiration.
that. Inspiration. A lot of inspiration from like photography.
Yeah, I absolutely love it when we've booked a session somewhere and then we go on Instagram and I'm like, oh my God, look at this place. Oh my God, look at this place. And it just like, it grows and grows. Yeah.
And stuff like that. Yeah. I save them on Instagram. Do you save them?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. We'd save them, we'd send them to each other, and then we'd lose them.
They're never to be found again, and I don't know what happens. We've got like an actual, like a shared save, like you can save with friends, I think, something like that it's called, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like it's a joint one, and we'll save our locations there, and we go, oh, remember that location we had here? Let's have a look for it. Gone.
We look through like our business page messages, our own personal messages to each other. We look through all our save folders, like we can never find it again.
I just save them like on Instagram, you know, I can like save them to collection, like save.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Oh, really?
We can never find, like we must not be saving in the same place twice because like they're never in the place that we think.
Start labeling. I thought you were quite good with labeling, though. Yeah.
Do you know what?
They're in a folder called locations.
Oh, really?
And all of my folders have subcategories. Yeah. Like I am very meticulous with my saving and my, you know, my categorizing.
Our Pinterest have even got subcategories inside boards now.
As well. Wow, yeah.
And we have like client boards. So we like, if we're doing a session, we do like a mood board on Pinterest with subcategories. So I have like location, styling, posing, all under the person's
in a secret
name.
Board so that only us and them can access it.
I'm very good at
on
that,
top of it.
But we can never find what we want whenever we want to find it. So I don't know what we do wrong.
You found yesterday's location, Screwed Iris, yeah?
Yeah, so we were on location yesterday when we were in
Penrith Falls.
Penrith Falls,
yeah, and that was cool. And that's got its own board on our Pinterest. But yeah, it's a little bit easier doing it in the UK, you know, because obviously we did a recce for that.
Yeah, you can drive 20 minutes up the road.
Yeah, and we did, and we went and had a look and made sure it was fine. But I mean, you run into a lot more difficulties when you're shooting abroad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
like
the
you
difference.
Can try and plan as much as possible, but when you get there, like it's never all going to work out, is it?
No. Have you kind of run into something that's been like, what's been your biggest disaster? I like hearing about people's disasters.
So many.
Drama queen.
Iceland, we were in the other day, me and my girlfriend, and it was a snowstorm for like 4 days, so we were stuck in.
Oh my God, that looked dreadful.
Reykjavik, so we were just stuck in the capital, which is nowhere near the waterfalls, nowhere near the volcanoes, nothing like that. So I was really frustrated for a while. So because you just want to. I didn't want to get a photo of the Northern Lights. I couldn't even enjoy the trip till I got a photo of the Northern Lights. So.
But you did get it in the end.
We got it. Well, yeah.
That's like you cannot control the weather. Like you can plan as much as you want, but like if the weather's against you, you're screwed.
I know. We were lucky in the end. To be fair, we got it. So.
Oh my God, it looked amazing. That waterfall photo with the Northern Lights over the top.
Yeah, I almost lost my toes for that shot. Oh my God. My toes were so bad. I was like in the car. I was standing on top of the heated seats to try and get my feet back to life.
Oh my God.
So. And there was an American chap there. He was asking me, you know, how to do it and stuff. So I was teaching him, but also losing my toes because I was being polite. I was like, I need to go, man. I need to go.
The sacrifices for teaching other people.
I know, yeah. That's just being.
I mean, you need your toes, so maybe
yeah,
don't do
yeah.
that next time.
No, I was being
Take
British
paper
and being
socks.
polite. Like even if it's an inconvenience to yourself, you're like, oh yeah, thank you, that's fine. Go on. But yeah.
I felt like that yesterday, mine, because I was trying to, like, it was raining. We were against the waterfall that was blowing the water at us.
Yeah.
I was holding my light because it was blowing a gale.
Yeah.
Christy was posing, like, so I was stood there with my camera in one hand, my light in the other, waiting for her to come over and hold the light for me. And there was people trying to take selfies behind me, and I was like, oh, shall I go and offer?
Do you know what? At
Could
one
you see
point,
my eye
I
twitching?
could see you, and I was thinking, she's going to abandon this shoot here now and leave me and the model stood here while she goes and takes a picture of these random...
I feel awful when people are trying to take selfies of themselves in, like, locations. Like, when we go to Disneyland is the worst, because every 2 seconds, Nick have walked off without me because I'm like, oh, sorry, do you want me to take that photo for you so your whole family can be in it? Because I feel awful. You've gone all our way.
And like, professional photographer as well. Like, oh, I can just do it for you.
Yeah, I can do it in like 3 seconds.
Don't worry about my family and my holiday. I'll just take a picture of these people.
It takes like 3 seconds out your day and it makes people's days off. Every time you say, do you want me to take a photo?
Not when you're fighting all of the elements
Oh,
with,
yes,
with
I
a
didn't
client.
go today. I
No, you
learned-
didn't,
I
but I could
learned.
tell you wanted to.
If you tag them though, you at least get another 4 or 5.
Oh, no, I take it on their phone. I take it on their phone and then I just give
Oh,
it back to them. They never
sometimes
know
I've
who I am.
taken, like, if I go up a mountain, I'll take a photo of someone. They're like, oh, cheers. I'll say, give me a tag, and I'll just either tag it to you, or email it to you. One
Oh,
more
I'm not doing
follower.
that.
She's not even taking her on her camera and like
Oh, really? Yeah.
selling it back to him or anything.
No,
It's
I'm
literally
literally
just give me your phone and I'll take a nice picture
I'm
of your
already
phone.
thinking business here.
I should do that more often.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. So we have got like a very specific way that we plan a session, don't we? Like from this country, if we're going to be traveling abroad. Have you got kind of like a system in place of how you do things? Like how would it work, you planning your trip?
Normally I see like the biggest landmarks and stuff like that, like through Instagram again.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to get Skogafoss waterfall, which is the waterfall with the Northern Lights. I wanted to get a photo of that because it's so huge and so amazing. So it's normally that, normally just find the location I want and then
plot it out.
But then sometimes I'll just walk around with a camera and you get like some really nice photos that you didn't no plan whatsoever for, like, so.
I love it when that happens, when you're like walking around a destination you've never been before and you're like, oh my God, look at this place. It happened to us in Vegas, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
We didn't realise, well, we did realise the Venetian hotel was there, obviously.
Yeah.
But we hadn't ever looked at it because we weren't staying there and we weren't like going there for the conference. We just were like, oh, look, there's the Venetian. But then we had to go in there to pick up our hire car. We walked in and we were like, oh my God, we need to shoot here.
Yeah.
And like instantly we were like, yeah, this is it. Yeah. And we shot it like the next night.
That's always a nice surprise, isn't it?
Yeah. When you find extra locations.
Always content. Yeah.
It was really funny, wasn't it? Because like it's like what they called, travelator going up into the hotel, and we got on there and all of us just went silent and looked at each other and we were like, we all knew exactly what each other was thinking. We were like, we're coming back here to shoot, and we were like, yes, all of us together. So yeah.
Like, how are we going to work this? We're gonna wing it. We're gonna turn up and we're gonna wing it.
That's the best thing to do, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like our planning from the UK is a bit different because it's always client focused in it. Yeah. So
we've got to take their considerations in.
Yes, and like with you guys, you are, you know, pretty able to get around anyway, whereas we are taking a pregnant person to the places that we are shooting, so we've got to be really mindful. And obviously with your
disability,
with your dodgy joints, we just got to keep that in mind. So like our planning is a little bit different in it. So when we do it, it's kind of, we know the place that we're traveling to, and then
we know where we want to shoot, but we're looking at accessibility options and things like that, so it makes it a little bit more difficult.
And like Google Maps, we'll have a bit of Google Maps.
Oh my God, I love Google Maps.
Yeah, it'd be a difficult life without Google Maps. I'm
I
not sure
know.
like our
How did
grandparents
people
did
do it before?
Yeah, what did they do before Google Maps?
Yeah. If I'm in an area with no signal, I'm like, I'm ruined. This is me here for life now.
Set up a new life.
But as much as you can plan from the UK, I just don't think you can never. What I'm trying to say? You can never account for everything that's going to go wrong or I mean, like on Instagram, things look wonderful, and then you can turn up.
We always get back home and everyone's like, "Oh my God, your trip look amazing!" Like your trip look. I mean, you're quite good at doing Instagram versus reality on your pages to people like in the know, but it always looks amazing. You get home, you're like, "Yeah, but it was such hard work while we were there." It was really fun, but it was really hard work.
I like to do that because people like sometimes they mess like, "Oh, you got a nice life." Like it was hard. It wasn't just like, okay, now we're seeing the Northern Lights. We stayed in a van with like, it had no heaters and it was minus 16. Like, so we sacrificed a bit for it.
Yeah.
So,
like waking up with frost on your pillow is not the one.
My Crocs froze. I didn't even Crocs could freeze. So Yeah, everything was frozen, but yeah, it's the sacrifice you make to travel in it, I suppose. And cheap, yeah. It's hard when you had like massive campers next to you and you could hear the heater going and you're like, God, so cold.
Go make friends.
Can I come
I would have
and
been
stay with you?
straight in that camper van.
It did get painful. Like, Beth was convinced, but I had a lump in my nose. I was like, I'm losing my nose. She was like, you're not losing your nose. And she still, to this day, won't believe that I was going to lose my nose. I was convinced my nose is coming off. It was like plastic. I was like, oh, this is weird.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So between your toes and your nose?
I could have been toes and noseless. Honestly. I wouldn't have been on this podcast.
No.
Without a nose.
Yeah, I wasn't as dramatic as that, are they? But like,
there's got rained up once. That was sad.
I mean,
so
the rain.
bad, yeah, talk through that.
The rain was dripping off our nose. We didn't lose it, but it was dripping off our nose. No, but there's been like occasions where we've really wanted to shoot somewhere, and like
again, the weather. It's always the weather.
Especially in this country, it's always raining.
Yeah,
so.
well, this
Portugal.
Yeah,
Really, Portugal as well.
Yeah, the sea was just so rough that we wanted to get inside this particular cave, and you can only get in there via a boat, because it's like a small entrance. Like they weren't prepared to take us in there, and I tried everything, didn't I? I had a guy with
She was trying to get me on a canoe. On water that was too choppy for a boat. She was going to put me in a canoe with my camera.
With a pregnant person. He was like, I don't think we can do it. And then as soon as Abigail mentioned, I'm not taking a pregnant woman in a canoe. No, it's not happening. I was like, oh, but we really want to shoot in there. So like, you do have to pivot, but
we will go back and shoot there one day.
Oh, absolutely, we've got to get that. Yeah, but as much as you can plan, there's always going to be factors that you're just not going to think
of. The weather and then like airlines.
Airlines are the worst, yeah.
We're not going to mention anybody in particular, but the orange aeroplanes, let's just say that.
Well, I don't even think they're the worst though. We were like,
to be fair, they've been pretty good, as in like what you can get.
How cheap you can fly. Like the one time we went to Portugal, we flew for £17 return.
I know, that's ridiculous, isn't it? You wouldn't get a Cardiff for like...
No, you can't get from, like you can't do, like the 40-minute commute it is from Mountain Ash to Cardiff on a train. You can't do that for like, I suppose it is just about £17
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, but you can get to Portugal.
I'd rather go to Portugal than Cardiff, to be fair. Like.
And we flew from Cardiff as well. So like, it was like a 40-minute drive to get to the airport. And then like an hour and a half was it on a plane, and it cost us £17.
Cardiff Airport, famously not in Cardiff.
Yeah, it was in Barry.
But it's always, when we have issues, we're always on a
EasyJet flight.
Yeah.
I said, oops, sorry.
But it's usually like delays. And
like the time we got stuck in Paris, like horrendous.
Yeah, delayed.
We were like literally about to step on the plane, and they were like, send us all a text. I was like, I watched it. I said, we're not on the plane yet. Don't hold your breath. Yeah. And then we were about to board the plane. We were in the tunnel. Like we'd got through the security. We'd shown them our boarding pass and everything. We were in the tunnel just about to board. And everybody's phone went off at the same time. I went, oh no. We all picked our phone up and I was like, it's cancelled. They made us all come back.
Bloody hell, that's not a good sign.
We were in no man's land at that point because we were in the tunnel about to get on the airplane. Yeah. And they were all, you need to come back. I'm like, I don't want to.
No. What's your heart set in Portugal, yeah?
Oh no, that was on the way home from Paris.
Oh, it was the way home from Paris.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
So that was fun.
When you want to get home, didn't you?
Yeah,
even at the end of an amazing trip. Like,
it wasn't an amazing trip though. It was horrendous from start to finish. So we just wanted to get home, and then they made us stay another night, and I was like, please don't.
Even like leaving Iceland, I was like, it's really beautiful here, but I need to go home now.
You need to go in the summer next time.
I need to back up my footage, that's what I was thinking as well. I had no backup with me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, I should have taken backup.
Yeah.
Then me and my partner, we both got stung on the way out, like 50 quid to take our bags on, our carry-ons.
Why?
They're too big apparently. It's only like, it's a bag over there, that's my bag.
Yeah.
So I had to watch my camera gear go under the plane. I was like, oh my God. I was I was like, if that's gone, that's me dead.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine.
But then the irony, it was a seat in between me and my partner. So what's the point in it? We could have just put our bag right there. Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah, I never let my camera gear go under the
No, I know. I was going to plead with someone, but I thought, no, I don't look desperate.
No.
Again, being British, like, that's fine. Yeah, this is fine.
I would have been like, no, it's not going. It's not.
I'm so placid. I was like, this is fine. Take all
I would have gone WH Smith's and got a carry bag and put my camera in it and carried it on in a carry bag.
I was like, I had a bum bag around me, all sorts of stuff.
Kind of carry in your hand, because technically it's not luggage then if it's in your hand. It's like a mobile phone, isn't it?
I don't feel like you're allowed to take a camera on board his hand, like
in your hand.
No.
Surely. You got your phone.
Hey, you put it on your strap around your neck's necklace.
Exactly.
How can you say any different to that? Hack. There we are, life hack.
That is not a life hack. Do not try that. I don't even know which camera to look at. Do not try that.
That's a travel hack. If you want to take your camera.
No, it's not.
Or
Stop
around your
telling
neck.
people false information.
People have started like, you know, like the neck pillows. They've started like.
Oh my God,
Oh my
zipping
God,
them.
I've seen, yeah.
That's quite smart, actually,
That is.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing
Yeah,
that.
till you go through security, then like, what on earth is in your neck pillow?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's just clothes, then you're fine. It's just somebody stuff it full of bikinis.
How many bikinis does one person need to take on holidays?
Depends on where you're going.
If it's a shoot, you got to get variety.
Hey.
Oh, we will have to stuff the gowns in next time.
Oh my God,
gowns
can you
are
imagine how
nightmare.
creased they'd be? Roll them up in a bowl, stick them in there.
Well,
But
I mean,
I
we
mean-
roll them up in those vacuum seal bags. I'm sure they
yeah.
will.
If you're going to Ibiza for a week, think of how many bikinis you need, one for every day in a outfit of the day.
Me and you are very different people.
We are, yeah. So, of all the things that you know that work really, really well when planning a trip from the UK to shoot when you're abroad, what would be like your top tip to give people?
Take backup, I suppose. I never learned from that. I never take my laptop. I should probably take my laptop to backup.
Absolutely.
Do you guys do that? Take
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But it's more important with client work, I suppose.
Yeah.
If I lose my travel photos, it's like, okay, that's bad, but it's not too
Take a
bad.
backup.
Yeah. Take
Yeah,
backup.
absolutely.
Still bad.
And
Take
use
a backup.
Skyscanner. Skyscanner is you use Skyscanner, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
all the time.
I just put UK into
Everywhere.
everywhere and then
Yeah.
go from there. Like me and my friend went to like Slovakia for like I think £10, something like that. I'm staying in a random Airbnb and it was like 30 quid in total for the
Yeah.
whole thing. So Skyscanner's the one in it, to be honest. Yeah.
I feel
I
like
absolutely love Skynet.
Sky-
Like, literally daily I'm on Skyscanner.
I was going to say, I feel like you turn your computer on and Skyscanner just pops up
It
because
does,
you're
yeah.
on it so often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just leave it open and then it's
Yeah.
one of the first things.
I'm always surprised when people are like, "Oh, I got a deal to go to Spain for £3,000." I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah.
You were looking in the wrong places.
When people say to us all the time, "Oh, like, you're traveling all the time, and like you must be making a fair wage or whatever," I'm like,
Yeah.
"Have you heard of Skyscanner?" Like,
yeah. I can't believe like no diss to travel agents, but I can't believe that's still a thing. To be honest, like, I suppose for the older generation, but
Yeah,
When
but I
people
mean, like a package deal, people like to know, don't they? Is like act all protected and like,
Yes.
you know.
yeah.
the-
Like when I go to Disney,
Mm-hmm.
I know I talk about Disney quite a lot, but when we go to Disney, I book with Virgin and I book everything through Virgin
yeah,
all together. And I know loads of people do it separately, and that's great. But I like to know that when I book, everything's done for me because there's so many
it
different
does take
things.
the fuss out of it. Yeah,
Oh yeah, and I just go right. These are the dates I want. This is where I want to stay, and like I just let somebody else do it, and then I know that I've got all the little extras you get with Virgin.
yeah,
That like, and that's nice. But when I'm doing like a session where I'm going out to photograph somewhere, like it's got to be done all by yourself because like
Yeah.
there's just cost a fortune otherwise.
Yeah, not just that. It's like everything's custom in there. So like because we're dealing with a client, they've got something in mind. So we've got to make sure that we're accommodating what they want as well as being able to do it. Yeah.
And touristy places are not technically the places where
No.
you tend to go there. So we
No.
have to book like Airbnbs and stuff
Yeah.
out of the way. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
easier just to do it ourselves, and you get the good bargains.
yeah. It's true.
What's your top tip?
Always check whichever airline you're flying with, the size of the baggage that you can take on. Gareth,
Yep.
this is for you. Because we've got like 3 or 4 different hand luggage bags, haven't we, for my camera gear? Because depending on what airline we're flying with.
I mean, there's one particular airline that you have to take a bag this big on the flight, and we try to avoid those at all costs.
We do,
Unless it's the only one that we can get us there for when we need it to. We won't use them.
No. But yeah, my new camera bag fits on a Virgin flight, but I don't feel like it's going to fit on anybody else's flight.
No,
because
it's not.
It's like the same size as me, but it was like
Yeah.
on the margins for Virgin.
Oh, really?
And I love it. So I was like, well, I'm having it because that's perfect for hand luggage.
Yeah,
When we
and, like,
fly,
when-
when we
when
fly to
we're
the
on-
US once a year.
And when we're on location in the UK, like it's
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
really good.
It's good. Yeah.
perfect. It's just it's not going to fit in an EasyJet.
Or Ryanair. But
Nothing fits in Ryanair.
no. We could actually probably pay for that. That could probably be as a large.
Oh, on
It's over there. That's why I'm
EasyJet?
pointing over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Large EasyJet. But yeah, just check the size requirements and fit as much camera gear in that bag as possible. Don't put it in the hold
No,
because I don't trust them as far as I can throw them,
no.
and they will throw you camera gear.
They will throw it, and like in a really cold conditions under the airplane as well.
Yeah, I don't feel like
And-
it's like cold enough to break your camera, but you know.
I know, but you never know, do you? And also, we have a morbid fear that when we arrive at a destination, whatever we put in hold is not going to join us the other side.
Yeah.
So like what we try to do
I always
is
pack an extra pair of knickers and leggings in my bag, in my hand luggage.
so Abigail will carry the camera gear and I will make sure we've got the client gown so that if we turn up and like our clothes are not there, that doesn't matter because we can go to the shop and buy something for ourselves.
H&M or like Primark.
Yeah.
Just buy a gown.
No, we're going to make sure we've got the client sorted and the gear to be able to take the picture. Apart from that, it doesn't matter, does it?
No.
You know,
anything else you can buy, really. So.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure the gear's there and the gown and that's it then, innit?
Yeah.
So they're always with us.
Yeah. So yeah, check the requirements on hand luggage.
That's true.
That's mainly aimed
I
at
should
Gareth.
have that, yeah.
What's your top tip?
Mine is utilising whatever you can use to be able to plan in advance. So like we use loads of different things, don't we? Like Google Maps is like
my best friend.
It's the one.
As well as Skyscanner. Everyone's my best friend.
But I love to use like Pinterest because anybody can post a picture onto Pinterest. So it's great to see it from other people's perspective.
TripAdvisor. Now,
TripAdvisor.
I love a bit of TripAdvisor because you get the what's it called? Travelers' photos.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get the hotel's photos and then you go the travelers' photos.
The actual photos.
And they're vastly different.
They are. So just anything you can get your hands on. So like where people are writing blogs about certain things, and like it's great for us because like photographers do tend to blog and vlog about things. So like you can watch you can't watch on YouTube, you can read about on somebody's website. So I feel like we are very lucky that there are other people that are doing the same things as us that will write about it. And we try to do that as much as we can, don't we? Like we've got a blog and obviously the places that we go, we vlog everything wherever we fly. But just make sure you're watching everything and gaining as much information because the more you know about that place, it could just be something really little like with us with accessibility. If we know that it's going to be too far to take a pregnant person, then we know just to scrap it and we need to look at a different location. So
that was like when we were looking at waterfalls for yesterday's location, that was really good because TripAdvisor literally every single time you went on a new waterfall they were like, it's this many steps, so it takes this long to get like, it was perfect.
Yeah, it
knew
was
exactly how accessible they were.
And we found this one guy that blogs about everywhere in Wales that he travels.
Oh, really?
And he put like every single waterfall in this area, and that was how many steps, like how we'd rate the difficulty and like and that's
if there was anything you needed to know about accessibility.
The time he must have took out to do that, but that's so handy.
It is absolutely, and that's why he's got so many followers.
And all of the clicks.
Oh, absolutely.
He deserves them because he did really well. It was done really well.
Yeah, really informative.
Young guy, old.
30s.
30s, is it?
Yeah, like in his 30s, I reckon.
Oh, fair play.
Maybe early 40s, but like,
Good, fair play to him.
I'll show you later.
Send a link.
But yeah, just utilising what you can and just plan as much as you can. You're never going to be able to plan everything.
No.
And there's always going to be eventualities that you're not going to be able to plan for. But what you can plan.
I think you need to get that in your head before you go as well, that when you get there you can't stick to the plan like rigidly because things are going to change, the weather's going to fluctuate and like things are going to go wrong, and as long as you're in your head you know like, right, okay, well I can do this instead, or like I can pivot, then you're fine. Just go with the flow in it.
Sometimes rainy photos are great, so in the weather, it doesn't always have to be
dramatic.
I hate shooting in like bright sunshine. It's no good, is it? Just especially on weddings, it's terrible because people have like shadows there. And you're like, it does ruin it a bit.
So you need to start with off-camera flash.
Yeah, I do need to do that, Or put them under a tree. That's what I do. The guests just go under the tree.
Can that tree brave me a minute? It's lovely. It's going to have nice texture behind you.
Exactly.
Nothing to do with the shadow.
You can look at my Instagram and see when people under trees.
So we know that you love travel photography and landscapes and things like that, and you currently do wedding photography as well. Is there something that you would combine in the future, or?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm trying to get into destination photography. I'm advertising in Australia and New Zealand. I'm trying my hardest.
Love it.
Start off with Australia.
Furious. But so many stunning locations abroad, and it's also cheaper to get married abroad, so you can afford to take a photographer with you, I'd say.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the new trend, isn't it? Like you're gonna get, if you're gonna do it, like go abroad and you know, have the fabulous holiday with
and
it.
destination photographers are getting bigger and bigger, like every day. Like maternity photography, not so much. Like we are fighting the fight.
We are.
We are trying to convince people that they want to take us abroad.
Yeah.
But weddings, like it's kind of already there now.
And the content of it all.
Yeah.
Weddings is getting big.
Yeah.
Like America's setting the trend really of
Always.
what to do or to expect from a wedding really now.
Yeah.
So that's why I've got more into video because people want the videos fair enough.
They do.
Yeah. And it's really good if you can do the two.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Combine them both together, you're onto a winner, definitely.
Oh, I am learning.
You're doing really well.
It's not bad. Yeah.
How long have you been doing it now? Because you haven't been doing it long, have you?
6-7 months, something like that. Yeah.
And like,
Is that it? No way.
Yeah. I know I've been photographing for ages as well. I've always avoided videoing for some reason because I thought it's scary, and it is scary. I'll be honest. Like S-log and stuff, shooting in you shoot in log and stuff like that.
No,
color grade and
absolutely not.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I enjoy it, but it's hard.
Minefield.
Yeah, completely different photography, but it's fine. Yeah.
Oh, do you know what though? It's good to know. Like we always try and kind of stretch ourselves, and we never kind of stay in one place for very long. We're always kind of looking for the next thing to kind of work towards. So it's always good to know because otherwise you just kind
You've got to keep learning every new.
Otherwise you get stagnant and you're just lost in the times.
Yeah.
You know, so
internet moves fast as well, so you've got to keep up with the trends. Yeah, it's hard at 32, I'll be honest, but to keep up with like TikTok and stuff. But I do enjoy it.
Every time I open TikTok, one of your videos comes up.
So it
or
should.
like the slideshow. But no, that like it's always like, and I always know it's you, which is really good thing for the photographer or videographer. Is like
just purely footage of myself.
Stick you in it.
No, I'm hardly ever in it, to be fair, but I do feel a bit awkward, you know, setting up a tripod then just standing there and like, right, I'll go back to the tripod and turn off record. But I only do it in private. Not in like big destinations where people can see me. So
yeah, it's really awkward when we're trying to vlog out and about, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we've kind of got past the point now. We just
ignore people.
I think a lot of people do it now, so it's just
the norm, isn't it?
Yeah, people talk
when
to their phone or voice note in. Like, I think it's less and less.
When we were in WPBI, there was people vlogging left, right and centre. Do you think I can find those vlogs though? I've looked, haven't I? I don't know where they're uploading them.
You were quick with a turnaround maybe, like, and they're not so quick.
But
it could have been.
They all had DJI Osmo Pocket 3s.
Yeah, they look handy.
She was very, very
I could not get one. There's no stock in the UK whatsoever. For love nor money. I'm still trying. I still haven't got one. It's making me really depressed. But anyway, I wanted to get one for Vegas. I didn't get it. And every time I turned around, there was somebody with one in their hand. I was like, get out of my face.
It was big enough you could just...
Yeah.
Do you know what? I was sat in a class on my own and I turned around. There was a guy behind me vlogging on one. I was like, I'm glad I got
mics must be good in them, I guess, then.
You got a little wireless mic.
Oh, you get a little wireless pack. Yeah, everyone's got them now, haven't they?
Yeah. So there's like a creator combo. Was it called a creator combo or something like that?
Comes with the mic.
It is like a extra pack you can buy. So you can buy the camera on its own, or you can buy this like collaborative pack thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it came with like extra batteries and the mic and everything, and it was like a fraction of the price more. So it, like that's why you can't get them basically. It was like 600 quid and you got the mics and everything.
I do like DJI though. It's a good company, I think. Yeah, they do the drones, don't they, and stuff. So
have you got a DJI drone?
Yeah, obviously.
I'm too scared to buy a drone.
Yeah, I did break it. I had to go to Amsterdam to get fixed. I don't know why you couldn't get fixed in the UK.
I don't think
it went to Amsterdam before me, so
I don't think I've ever met anybody that owns a drone that hasn't told me in the same breath, I broke it.
Yeah, I was chasing my dog with the drone. She was enjoying it. Then I flew into a tree.
And he's always flown into a tree. He either got stuck in a tree.
I had loads of couples in a tree, and then I was flying the drone at them.
Yeah, our videographer Palmer broke his in a tree as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was that in Lechman Hall?
No.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It was in England somewhere, and it got stuck in a tree, and he just left it there because like he couldn't get to it.
Oh, really?
And then he had a phone call, and it was like the Queen's cousin, and he was like, "I've got your drone. It was in my tree. My tree surgeon has got it down for you.
Oh, wow.
Do you want it back?" So he flew. No, he didn't fly. He drove back up and got it.
He flew the drone back.
He drove back up and got it off the Queen's cousin.
I knew it was something to do with royalty.
Sounds like Palmer,
yeah.
Yeah, and then he put it in the back of his car, opened his boot, and it fell out onto the floor and broke.
It fell onto the lens of the camera.
Maybe he's just not meant to have that drone.
No,
he's not.
I don't think he should be trusted with one.
It is it's a horrible feeling when you got like, I don't know, like £900 flying above you. You're like, oh, this is so dodgy.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody does it.
I know, it is stressful, I'll be honest. I can fly like 5 minutes and I'm like, okay, that's enough. Put it back in my bag, like, whew.
Okay, so this is the part of the podcast that we usually have a question from the comments. But since we have a guest, would you like to ask us a question today?
Yeah, I thought about this because you told me the other day.
I thought you were going to say no then.
No, I don't actually. Just talk more about me. No, so what's your future plans for travel then? You taking a model anyway, or are you going abroad anyway?
So we've got a client that is like pregnant right now. We can't, I wouldn't name a client anyway, but I was going to say we can't name it because she hasn't announced it.
No.
But like we wouldn't name him anyway. Who wants a destination session, but she hasn't settled on a location yet. So that's kind of in the pipeline.
Yes. So it's going to be like Europe, isn't it?
Yeah, she wants European, and in the summer, is it spring or summer she going?
Spring.
Yeah, she'll have the baby in the summer.
She will, yeah. It's going to be the next couple of months. So yeah, that's the next one that we're planning. But we just haven't got a destination yet. There's too many options, isn't it?
It is.
And because she doesn't have something specific set in mind,
Yeah.
it makes things a little bit, not harder, it's just there's too many to choose from, isn't it?
And we just kind of trying to narrow things down and see, like timings and things.
But she just likes everything, so we'll show her something and she'll say yes, but she'll say yes to everything because she likes it all. So
it's not helpful in any way.
That's what we're battling with at the moment, is trying to find some way that kind of stands out a bit in there from the crowd. And so somewhere in Europe is going to be our next.
Yeah, we are lucky in Europe. We can just go
And it doesn't take long.
5 or 6 countries in the same day if we wanted to.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So,
That's client work. We probably want to shoot for ourselves at some point in the summer as well.
We do.
Again, we haven't got a location in mind. It's just
there's bucket list places that are phenomenal that we're not going to be doing anytime soon. But like there's a is there like a what is there, like a temple?
Oh, Temple of Bones.
Yes, in Thailand. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't. No, that sounds good.
It's like hands coming out the floor and the temple's made out of skulls. It's like, it's
really cool.
That's cool.
It's phenomenal. So like that is bucket list, but that is going to be something that we shoot for ourselves because it's going to have to be somebody local, isn't it? Because
we're going to have to
Zika virus.
We have to advertise for the client out there. But when we do things for ourselves, it tends to be a Skyscanner job, and then like from whatever airport we're flying from and everywhere, and see what's cheapest at the time and kind of plan around that when we're shooting for ourselves, unless there's something really specific in it.
But some of the epic locations we would never be able to do with somebody from the UK because I didn't realise how many countries we couldn't take a pregnant person to because of the Zika virus.
Yes.
So
you don't want to risk that.
Absolutely not.
Liability insurance doesn't cover Zika.
Zika, no. So there's lots of things to factor in, isn't there, when you're taking a client abroad?
Yeah. It's really annoying.
It is really annoying, so there's some bucket list places that we are hopefully going to shoot for ourselves.
And back to WPPI.
Oh, definitely next year.
Gareth's coming with us.
Yep, I am coming, yeah.
And we're going to try and get a little road trip into Utah.
Yeah, I'm up for Zion National Park.
Yeah.
I was definitely up for that. As soon as I seen it, I was like, I'm on board. Well, I was on board anyway.
Didn't take much.
I was going to say, I feel like we could have told you where we were going anyway, and you would have just said yes.
You could have pointed anyone on the map and just, we're going there. Like, okay, sweet, I'm in.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm excited. A little Airbnb situation.
Yeah. How many are going? Like 3?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potentially.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more, but 7.
A lot more content, I suppose. 7 different opinions.
We need to get a live podcast episode in from there next year. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be
we
good,
tried this year, but it was just too much.
Yeah.
Especially with just the 3 of us. Like it was so much.
And the fact it was our first time, we didn't really know kind of the lay of the land and whether it would be doable. So
No, you'll be experts this time. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. That'll be good.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting.
Thank you for watching and listening to this month's episode of Mother, Baby and Us.
All of Gareth's links will be below in the description, so don't forget to give him a follow on all his social media platforms.
See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Mother, Baby and Us.